Years ago, we feared villains. Today, we pity them. Hollywood no longer creates monsters. It creates traumatized victims wearing black clothes. But if that's true, then why do villains still steal every scene? Why do we remember the Joker more than Batman, Hannibal more than the FBI, and the villain's speech more than the hero's victory? The answer lies in dark psychology. Because deep down, villains represent something most people secretly crave. Modern Hollywood has a problem. Every villain now needs a tragic backstory. Childhood trauma, abuse, society failed them, mental illness. And while those stories can be powerful, they also remove something essential: fear. Old villains felt different. They weren't asking for understanding. They weren't trying to heal. They were chaos, unpredictable, cold, almost inhuman. And psychologically, that terrifies us far more. Humans are wired to search for reasons behind behavior. We want every action to make sense. So when we meet someone completely detached from empathy, the brain struggles to process it. That's why characters like Anton Chigurh feel disturbing. He doesn't scream. He doesn't seek approval. He doesn't explain himself. He simply acts. In psychology, this relates to psychopathy, a personality structure marked by shallow emotion, lack of remorse, and emotional detachment. Not every psychopath becomes violent, but what scares people is the absence of normal human emotion. But fear isn't the only reason we love villains. We admire them too. Because villains often possess something heroes lack: presence. They enter a room and instantly control it. Why? Because they embody traits linked to what psychologists call the dark triad: narcissism, extreme confidence, Machiavellianism, strategic manipulation, psychopathy, emotional coldness under pressure. These traits are dangerous in real life, but on screen, they become magnetic. Especially for young men. Because modern society constantly demands emotional restraint. Follow the rules. Be acceptable. Don't offend anyone. Don't lose control. Villains represent the opposite. No fear of judgment, no need for validation, no emotional weakness. And the human brain interprets that as power. Even if, morally, it's evil. That's why the calm villain feels more dangerous than the angry one. Anger is emotional. Calmness feels in control. Meanwhile, many modern heroes feel empty. Perfect morals, predictable behavior, constantly trying to do the right thing. And psychologically, predictability lowers emotional tension. But villains create uncertainty. And uncertainty captures attention. Your brain becomes hyper-focused around unpredictable people. It's a survival instinct. But maybe we don't actually love evil. Maybe what fascinates us is freedom. Villains say the things normal people suppress. They ignore social rules. They reject shame. They move through the world without fear of judgment. And for a moment, people imagine what that would feel like. That's why Hollywood's old monsters felt unforgettable. They weren't broken victims asking for sympathy. They were forces of nature. And maybe that's the uncomfortable truth. We don't fear villains because they're evil. We fear them because part of us understands them. And sometimes, we even envy them.